In today's video, we'll learn how to become a smart consumer. To have a healthy financial life, you must start saving money consistently. However, you cannot save money if you are not a smart consumer. This video will teach you how to become a smart consumer. It's easier than what some experts make it look like. First, you can save using the top-down approach. Every month, we remove our mandatory savings from the checking account and put it into savings accounts. By doing this at the start of the month, we do not wait to see if anything is left over at the end of the month to save. This approach will also help you manage temptation. If unspent money remains at the end of the month, we are free to spend it. We, therefore, determine what we can afford, not based on what we make, but on our disposable income after we save. However, this approach requires discipline and self-control. Another way of becoming a smart consumer is to use cash instead of credit cards. Cash imposes a binding restraint. You can only spend what you have in your wallet. If we do not have it, we cannot spend it. We must take a limited amount of cash to make this strategy work, especially when shopping. Each time we spend, we watch our wallet getting smaller at the expense of our financial health. A credit card is the opposite of cash. Credit cards discourage restraint when shopping. Credit cards allow you to spend not only everything you have, but also what you have not yet earned. In addition, credit cards will enable you to spend on goods and services you cannot afford. For instance, if we cannot afford a $1,000 purchase with cash right now, then we also cannot afford the $1,000 plus potential interest and penalties using a credit card that we will be required to pay next month. The solution is to remove the credit cards from your wallet or purse and carry a limited amount of cash every time you shop. Our wants, which most of us consider urgent, will seem less so when you stop walking around with a credit card. Remember, credit cards come with various temptations to earn discounts, free airline miles, free dinners, and free hotel stays. They promise us cashback rewards, which is enticing since we love free things. Before you get tempted by these offers, however, you need to think about whether and how often you earn these rewards, including all the potential late fees, interest costs, and penalties you incur if you do not pay the whole of the outstanding balance in full and on time. If you have a history of defaulting on loans, there is no need to pay attention to the so-called freebies because in a real sense, there is no such thing as a free lunch. Another method of becoming a smart consumer is not to act on your every impulse as soon as you feel the urge. Once you think you need something, you should not act immediately. Instead, you need to think about what exactly a new gadget will do and how many times you needed it over the past year. Since you did not have it, what did you use instead? If the answer is not once, you automatically know it's time to exercise restraint. Suppose that a kitchen gadget costs $250. You did not need it last year, and now you think it would be nice to have it. Suppose you think you would use it 3 or 4 times a year if you had it, and it would save you 15 minutes of labor each time. This means that you would save about 1 hour of labor a year. Assuming you value your leisure at $15 an hour after tax or $22 before tax, this gadget will take more than 15 years to pay for itself. Will the gadget even last that long? Can you now see that this particular purchase is financially unwise? Avoid impulse spending by exercising restraint when in places like shopping malls. Another necessary restraint that will help you become a smart consumer is the ability to not confuse need with affordability. Just because we can afford something does not mean we need it. Affording something and having a use for it are two completely separate things. Consider this example of a car. Suppose you decide to buy a new car. You have some idea of what car you want, but are still open to other ideas. So you must consult a car dealer. The car dealer's first question is your monthly payment budget. Most car dealers want to know the maximum monthly payment you can afford for the new car. To make it even more expensive for you and more profitable for them, the dealer offers you an 84-month financing plan. The longer financing terms make even more expensive cars more affordable. Consider 2 cars. Car A costs $20,000 to be financed at a 0% interest rate for 48 months, while Car B costs $35,000 at a 0% interest rate over 96 months. The monthly payments are $417 for Car A and $365 for Car B. Hence, stretching the financing terms makes the more expensive car even more affordable. However, the cost of a longer financing term can mislead us about the true overall cost of one option versus another. What happens when we buy the most expensive car with payments based on 96-month financing? We are stuck for the next 8 years with mandatory car payments. The most immediate result is that little or no additional funds will be left for any other purpose. The more expensive car that looked affordable to us will reduce our flexibility. No funds will be left even for emergencies, let alone long-term savings. The car's initial purchase price is only one component of the cost. With a more expensive car, insurance and repair costs will be higher. Banks and businesses make it easy for us to spend, but until and unless we control our spending habits, we cannot save. Most people believe that the most crucial idea for personal finance is that we can build large amounts of retirement wealth by simply saving, investing, and staying invested for a long time. That said, you do not need to be a finance professor, hedge fund manager, or investment banker to achieve a minimum level of financial security. Not only do you not need to be an expert on the stock market, but you don't even need to understand the basics of how the companies work, how they make money, or how the stock market works. You need to save, invest, and stay fully invested for a long time. This is something anyone can do. However, to save money, you have to live not at or above your means, but strictly below your means. The difference between what you earn and what you spend is your savings. To be able to save, therefore, you have to live strictly below your means, which means you have to spend less than your net income. Thanks for watching till the end. You can support my work by liking the video and subscribing if you are visiting for the first time. Until next time, bye.